Homelessness in Seattle is a big problem, but Amazon cried uncle when they were asked to foot the bill. Weeks after the city passed what is called a head tax, the city council now saying, never mind, after Amazon threatened to leave the city. The bill would have forced businesses that pull in over $20 million to pay $275 per employee. For Amazon, the city's largest employer, that would have been more than $12 million a year. But smaller businesses with tighter margins would have felt it even more. Here now, Bill Bennett, host of the Bill Bennett podcast and a Fox News contributor, and Steve Hilton, host of The Next Revolution here on FNC. Bill, you take the first crack at this. What do you make of it?
Well, you know, this is a kind of a liberal shock of recognition. Amazon and Starbucks figured out their companies, their businesses. Can you imagine how bad things must be for Amazon and Starbucks to threaten to leave Seattle? I mean, talk about a mothership, a liberal community. But there they were. Boy, they flexed their business muscle, reminded people that they're in business, and boy, the city council turned around on a dime.
It's so interesting, Steve, and as Bill has just pointed out, to watch this dynamic at play, because it's, you know, taxation, and they finally said no. I love this quote from the Amazon vice president and spokesman, Drew Herdner, who said the city does not have a revenue problem. It has a spending efficiency problem. Now, that pretty much says it all, doesn't it, Steve?
I think that's right, and I think that, frankly, nobody comes out of this well. What a ridiculous way of trying to solve the problem of homelessness with this stupid tax. The reason that you've got this homeless problem is because of their stupid policies that make housing so expensive, the regulations that make it so expensive to build a house, the environmental regulations, the zoning regulations. It's their own policies that contribute to homelessness, and so the idea of slapping a tax on Amazon going to solve the problem is ridiculous. But frankly, I don't really like the way that these big corporations bully their way around elected governments and say, look, you may want to tax us, but we decide what taxes we pay, not you. So I think everyone comes out of this bad.
But they're more than, you know, they have every right to move with their feet and choose a different state if they think that that state's going to be better for them. I do want to squeeze in this story about chicken shaming. We've heard about fat shaming. This is chicken shaming. Poor Jack Dorsey, the Twitter and Square CEO, took a picture of this cash back program that he got at Chick-fil-A, and boy, did he get pounced on, because the CEO of Chick-fil-A in the past has said that he's not in favor of same-sex marriage. So then Soledad O'Brien jumped in and said, this is an interesting company to boost during Pride Month at Jack. Jack quickly came back and said of O'Brien's tweet, you know, I'm so sorry, you're right, I completely forgot about their background. Bill.
Well, the president there of Twitter inadvertently came upon a truth, which is that Chick-fil-A is a great thing. It's a great meal. The only time you apologize or say you're sorry for having Chick-fil-A is if you find a bone in it, which has never happened in the history of the franchise.
It's boneless.
Go to Atlanta. Go to Atlanta Airport. Go to, you know, shopping centers. We go up and down Interstate 95. Where is the longest line? Chick-fil-A. You know, I don't much approve of Amazon's politics either, you know, like Steve was saying, but I sure use them. This is just crazy. It tells you both at the same time the bullying aspect that Steve referred to, but also how they can be intimidated by forces of political correctness. This craven behavior is really shameful.
It's just amazing to me, Steve. You know, you can send a tweet and the forces just come in, and next thing you know, you're spinning your way out of it. I mean, it's unbelievable.
So I found out something very interesting, Martha, the day before this tweet by Jack Dorsey that brought down the wrath of the loony left Twitter hate mob. He also sent out another tweet. This was from the Dalai Lama. He retweeted the Dalai Lama. Remember, the Dalai Lama not that long ago said this about gay marriage, which is the reason for the fuss with Chick-fil-A. They, talking about his California followers, want me to condone homosexuality, but I am a Buddhist, and for a Buddhist, a relationship between two men is wrong. More recently, he said, people who have belief or who have special traditions, then you should follow according to your tradition. I didn't notice the Twitter hate mob from the loony left descend on Jack Dorsey for retweeting the Dalai Lama, despite his views on homosexuality. And it must make you think this is not really about defending being against traditional views of marriage. It's really about being anti-Christian. That's what we used to call bigotry.
Quick thought, Bill.
Yeah, Jack Dorsey may next. You need to be careful. You may order a cake from that Colorado baker. Watch him. This man bears watching.
Thanks, you guys. Great to see you both tonight.